Welcome to Wednesday's live Q&A with you and me and some of the dudes. Duker, Dylan, Bailey, and Matt. We're all hanging out in the marketing room waiting for our new studio to eventually be finished as some of the sales guys get back from lunch in the parking lot. Today we're going to be answering your questions, as we do every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Whether they were previous questions on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, blogs, emails, comments, whatever. But now, not only are we going to answer those previous questions, but I want you to put a comment or a question in Facebook or YouTube as we go live and talk to you right now, answer your questions live now. We have a ton of fun. YouTube is always popping off during live Q&A. Facebook's actually getting crazier today than YouTube to start, but I'm sure YouTube will catch up pretty soon. We got a bunch of questions today, guys, or we got
several.
Several good ones. Yeah. I like it. I like it. We've been having a bunch of, you guys have been putting a lot of awesome questions in. We see those. Duker's always asking me the answers to a lot of them. I typically see them, or I hear about them, or I get a notification on my phone when they come in. Constantly, we appreciate the questions. So thanks for asking them. And today, I'm back from Vegas, and I was in Vegas and Miami in one weekend, which is pretty crazy and pretty rare. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm getting less and less tired, but we're back from a big conference in Vegas, and then the 10X Growth Con with Cardone in Miami, and now we got Duker about to ask some questions. So let's do it. Some good ones though, bro. Good ones. You guys want good questions, right?
Top show. Difference between an insurance agent and an insurance broker.
I don't think of there being a difference. Obviously, a broker's like independent. He doesn't have one option. He's got 170 options. Same thing to me, but generally it infers whether you're limited on options or whether you're a broker and you can sell whatever you want. So,
what are some tips you have for maintaining consistency?
Tips. This is the number one reason why agents fail. I have a lot of number one reasons, though. It seems like every day I've got a new number one reason why you're failing. I would say consistency is a big thing. Not only because most agents are inconsistent, but if I think back, whether I'm consistent now or whether I was consistent then, it all came back down to focus, right? I think the only reason we aren't consistent is because we aren't focused. How do we remain focused? Focus comes from writing my goals down every single morning. Focus comes from having passion for what I'm doing. Consistency comes from getting up and doing the same thing every week. A lot of people fly by the seat of their pants. The successful agents have a system that produces certain results week in and week out. So how do we remain consistent week in and week out to get the exact same similar results as we did last week? Most agents never do, because when I'm talking about a system, I'm talking about a lead system. I'm talking about a set, sit, sell system that's predictable and similar week in and week out. Most agents are way too inconsistent. It's a lack of focus and a lack of system.
This one comes off of YouTube. He says, I'm 17 and I'm not allowed to take my licensing exam, but could I still get some sort of an experience at an agency?
Yeah. I think I may have been 17 when I was an intern at an insurance office, calling the freaking phone book for veteran agents. So yeah, you can still be around it. You can still be an intern. You can still scan applications for people. You can still make calls. You can still take out the trash, right? Whatever. Yes, you can still get experience just from being around it. I mean, it's helped me. Whether I like to believe it or not, it's helped me that my dad's been in the business almost 30 years. And that I've been extremely exposed to it. It's definitely helped. I like that though. 17 years old, man. That's you get a bright future if you jump into this business and if you pay attention to this business. Best business on the planet. As Bailey always says, there's more millionaires in the insurance industry than any other industry in the world, man. I love it.
How can I better show value of higher premium policies?
I did a training call with a big agency this morning, and it was all about how to have larger sales, this exact question. And it came down to Three things. Relationship is a big piece of sales. Whether we like it or not, you have to build a relationship with people. Value. Most people rush through the benefits, they rush through the value, they rush through all the things that you need to cover instead of taking their time and building the value. I love going over 5 benefits before I give quotes. And the last thing is, most agents are selling with their wallet, or they're not showing big enough options. The reason why some agents average $40 a month, others average $60, or others even average $80 or $100 a month comes down to relationship, value, and that they're not afraid to show higher quotes. So instead of showing low quotes, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks a month, show something over $100. Show larger quotes and show quotes based on what the prospect needs, not based on what they can afford. Big difference. You don't know what they can afford. You shouldn't know what they can afford because you shouldn't talk price. You shouldn't ask what they can afford. You shouldn't worry about budget at all. You should show them what they need. A $100 option, an 80, a 60, a 90, a 70, whatever. Show them bigger options based on what they need. 80% of the time they'll choose the one in the middle. Don't think about what you can afford. Think about what they need, and then show them big options. Once the relationship and the value are there, then show them bigger options than what you're used to showing. And believe it or not, voila, you'll start making a little bigger sales just because you're trying, because you're showing a little larger options than what you're used to showing. Kind of funny how that works, man. You start to do something or show someone more, and then sometimes people buy more. It's kind of funny how that works, right?
Why should I buy leads when I can just cold call?
Why should I buy leads when I can just cold call? I did a lot of cold calling my first year, but the reason why you should buy leads instead of cold call is simply because it's easier. It's more efficient. It gets you in front of more people. And if you want to consistently see, if you're not friends with me on Facebook or follow me on Instagram, I'm putting up stories all day, every day. You need to go do that. Add me on Facebook right now if you're watching this. It's more efficient. People that are successful, the agents I know that make 100,000, $250,000, $500,000, $750,000, even 7 figures, they don't cold call. They don't cold call. They try to be efficient. They invest in their business, and they want to scale up by sitting with 10, 15, 20 people a week. And it's so much easier to consistently do that each and every week when you buy leads. And what's to add to that point, the people that aren't successful with leads, Duker, they're normally not good agents. Their sales skills normally lackluster. They normally suck. Like, I have success with leads. Crappy agents don't have success with leads. We have agents that'll say, hey, your leads are in the same, I can survey a couple of agents. One may say that we're the greatest lead vendor on the planet, and they love us to death, and that happens all the time. Another may say, hey, I tried them and they didn't work for me. But then I can call their leads after they already called them and screwed them up and pissed the clients off, and it still didn't work for them, but I'll set appointments. It's funny how that works too, huh?
Why do you recommend branded promo items?
Why do you recommend branded promo ads? Either you believe in yourself or you don't. Any promotional anything is all about keeping you top of mind. And if I can get to where I come out with some 8% socks and you guys wear them, then when you think about your socks, you're going to think about being a part of the 8%, and you're going to think about the person that gave you those. For instance, I didn't plan on doing this today, but since you brought it up, I will. I have some Seller Be Sold socks on. Those are Grant Cardone socks, right? I got to hike my leg way up there. You guys are making me stretch today. Seller Be Sold. I've got Seller Be Sold socks on today. Those are promo material. They're sales socks, so I love wearing them. They're not mine. They're Grant Cardone's. I thought about him. I said him out loud, and now you're thinking about him. Do you still think promo materials work? I didn't even know this question was coming up today. Totally random. But I bet they work now because we're talking about it. And because they're fun, man. Who doesn't? There's people that like wearing fun socks, and when they do, they don't only like wearing them, but they like talking about them. They like showing them off. They like having cooler socks on than you know than these dudes wear. Like these dudes can't compete with my sock game today. With Bailey's original black socks over here.
Facebook's popping off. I guess they got a little jilted at your stab at them earlier.
What did I do?
Oh, you said YouTube. YouTube's always
dude,
popping.
all right. Welcome back, Facebook, man. We've been missing you guys.
Doug Engel asks, what differentiates your leads from other companies?
What differentiates your leads from other companies? I would immediately say I put a picture on my Instagram and Facebook story. When was it? A couple days ago, Monday, I think. And we had almost 100 lead orders on Sunday alone. Don't tell anyone. I think the biggest thing that makes us unique. Anyone can produce a lead. I'm the best in the world at service. Like, we just are. I preach service. We preached it in the freaking team meeting, right or wrong, Duker?
That's right.
We preached it in the team meeting this morning, man. We preach service constantly. And because I've got tons of insurance experience and I've had success in the insurance business, I know what works and what doesn't. I know how to build a lead, and I know what for you to say when you call someone, and I know how you can have success with your leads because I know about it, I believe in it, I'm sold on it, and I believe that service is the #1 piece to this whole puzzle. Like, I can have success with most leads, not all, but most, but I'm going to go back based on service and based on the relationship that I have with them. That's it. So, because you know what, and I get that question a lot. Like, hey, why do agents buy your leads over all these other new vendors that are just popping up? Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been doing it longer. Maybe it's because we do 40,000 of them a month. Maybe it's because we've spent $2.5 million the last couple of years. I don't know. Or maybe it's because of service. I don't know. I mean, I just know that it's important.
Brian Francis asks, what's a great script for cold door knocking?
Ooh, I like that. So normally what I always do when I cold door knock, I'll knock on the door. If I don't know their name, hey, ma'am, how are you doing today? Hey, my name's Cody. I've been able to help several of your neighbors in this area with their final expenses. Can I come in for a quick second? Did I even tell them anything at all? If they say, well, what's this about? Well, I've got some information that I need to go over with you real quick that a lot of your neighbors have loved that helps with burial and all the burial programs. So can I come in for a quick second? Just super brief. I mean, because cold calling is or cold door knocking, the enthusiasm, they're probably going to let me in the door because I'm smiling, I'm cool. Looks like you can trust me, right? And because I'm asking to come in. And most people don't have success because two reasons. There's not enough quantity of knocks, knock more, or we don't ask to come in. You're more likely to receive if you ask, right? If you ask, you shall receive. More likely to ask if you receive if you ask. Most people never ask. Most people never, the goal, like most people door knock and they don't have a goal. No matter what you do, there should be a goal. If you're trying to set an appointment when you call, ask for the appointment. If you're trying to get in the house when you door knock, ask to come in. It's kind of funny how that works.
Ken Crimsner wonders, do you recommend email blasts and what would you use?
No, not as an insurance agent, I really don't. Unless you've got a ton of leads that you just want to like create as a appointment or something, then you maybe you have okay, say maybe you have 10,000 leads, older leads that are just in your CRM that you want to blast with an email and create some interest. You know, in that case, hey John, hey, we've got some new state approved final expense information that we need to go over with you. When's a good time for us to reach out to you? Which is better? We're scheduling calls. We're about to fill up. You know, or Thursdays or Fridays normally better. Like, do something small, or get them to put their phone number if you don't have it. Like, we send out a lot of emails to our followers, and I ask for phone numbers, and people are more likely to send a phone number back than they are to like call in, or they are to take action, or than they are to click on a link and buy. So now I just have people give their phone numbers and give them the sales team, and that actually works a lot better. So just with emails, like get them to move in your direction just a little bit.
Tate wonders, do you always use a...
Tate pre-cord?
You know it is.
Come on, bro.
He wants to know if you always use a script when calling customers about life insurance or Medicare.
If I am not phenomenal on the phone, yeah, no matter what, yes. I've got a mental script. Like when I regurgitate a script and I puke it on you guys, like it's the same script. If you aren't phenomenal on the phone, you don't have hundreds of thousands of calls of experience, and you don't have like, a mental script that you can roll through, then have it in front of you and follow it.
And Tony G on YouTube wants to know...
Dude, I met Tony G in Vegas.
What's your #1 rule to scale an agency fast?
Ooh. #1 rule to scale an agency fast. I'm going to answer it in 2 ways. If we're talking about selling insurance, then more leads equals more appointments equals more sales. If the second piece is if you're wanting to recruit and grow your agency, then one thing you could immediately do is, I think bragging about your success on social media, you'll get friends and family in one market that want to join, that want to be a part of you. And I would say, you know what? You need traffic. Like if you're trying to sell insurance policies, you need leads. If you're trying to grow your agency, you need resumes and interest. Which is why we use various ways: Indeed, LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, ads. You need traffic. Like in both cases, you got to spend some dough and you got to talk to some people. So most people just don't talk to enough people. Like if you want to scale an agency, find a way to have and if you need my help, like book a coaching session or whatever, and I'll show you how to have 100 people interested in joining your team every week. Like that's no problem at all. That's easy peasy cover girl, right, Duker?
Oh, that's what I use every morning.
It's a great question though, Tony G. I love that, seriously.
Tanner wants to know, he's purchased some of our leads and keeps getting the objection that they didn't realize a person was coming out to see them. How do you handle that objection? Yeah, okay, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing that. The main reason we do is that we need to make sure that you are who you say you are. We've got to verify some information with you. And we want to make sure that you know that you're not working with someone that could possibly scam you, which is why you're working with a local field underwriter that drops off information in person. We're old school. So I'll be out there. I'm the local dude. I'm sure, you know what, once we meet, you'll really appreciate me. Should I drop off the information in the morning or in the afternoon? What's a common theme? Anytime someone gives me an objection, what's the last thing I do? Ask a question.
Ask a question, baby. Every single time. It's good.
Tate came in with another question.
Tate
wants to know our thoughts about sending marketing letters to P&C customers regarding life insurance.
Sure. I mean, you know what? I would text them, call them. Hey, you know what? On Fridays we give out, free life insurance quotes to see if we can save our customers some money. I'm assuming you would like one. How much coverage do you currently have? Like, don't ask, can I give you one? Assume that you can give them one, because you're just wasting breath when you're like, hey, can I give you a quote? Just assume they want to give you that they want you to give them a quote. You're wasting breath, you're wasting time, and you're wasting words.
Simon Carroll asks,
dude, the UK man.
Yeah.
He just gave us a review on our
5 stars.
5 stars on our Insurance Wealth University.
Yep.
Simon Carroll from the UK just gave us a review this morning on my Insurance Wealth University. 145 plus videos that Dylan and Bailey slaved away to make sure that you guys had access to it. Said that our Insurance Wealth University was top-notch, 5 stars, and that other agents, if they haven't tried it yet at CodyAskins.com, that they need to check it out. That's what Simon said. That's not my words. That's his. Thank you, bro.
And Simon wants to know, what do you do when you book an appointment with the lead, you turn up, but they don't answer the door, but you do think someone's in there? Do you still walk away? After
I've door knocked at least on 2 separate occasions, after I've sat in the car for a few minutes, after I've called, after I've texted, and after I've exhausted every opportunity to get in. I mean, you can't force it. Like when I went out with JVH to a couple local appointments that you guys saw in that little vlog video or whatever, the first one, we thought the person was home, but we couldn't get them to the door. Second person, we sold. So it's just, that's a quantity play. Like if an agent that's the only thing they're thinking about, if they're really worried about that, then they don't have enough appointments. Yeah, you want to get them to the door, but you can't make them come to the door. Yeah, I can try a lot of different ways. Call, text, door knock on 2 separate occasions, leave and drive back by. Like, yeah, there's some old school methods, but don't mean you're guaranteed success to get in.
That 17-year-old we were talking about earlier, his name's Luis.
Luis.
He wants to know, is it possible for him to go take the final exam at 17?
I think you have to be 18 to take your test. You can start studying, though, for when you are 18. You can also move to Springfield, Missouri and hang out with us and get to know the business a little bit. But I believe that you have to be 18 to take it. But you can at least start to study and prepare and make cold calls and be an intern.
And Joshua wants to know, how many appointments do I need to be able to do this part-time and make $3K a week?
$3K a week part-time. I don't know too many people doing that, but if I had to pick, if I had to choose, if I had to pull a Cody on Cody, I would say you need to run 8. You need to run 8. You need to sit with 8. If you probably need to set 12, sit with 8, sell 4. If your math is better and you're closing more, then fantastic. But in average scenario, 12, 8, 4, an average of about $60, $70 a month of premium, you're gonna do about $3,300 to $3,600 in premium. So 12, 8, 4. Worst case scenario, you should be getting $3,000 a week out of that of premium for sure. That's a good one. I like the numbers questions. I love breaking that. I like that. That's an exciting question. I think you should stop being part-time and fix that. But
Brian Francis wants to know, he wants to start doing Facebook Live for marketing, and do you have any tips on how to start that?
Open your phone and click live video and then start. No, I mean, dude, you guys see me. We do so many videos. I mean, I literally will pull it out all the time. I'll put it up, eye level, and I'll turn it horizontal, and I'll talk to people, I mean, because before I go on, though, I'm like, okay, what's the purpose? Who am I addressing, and how am I going to help them? When I first started doing videos 3 years and a month and a half ago, I was December 28th, 2015, I was putting up videos like, hey, I made $8,000 this week, and here's how I did it. And if you're just real and transparent, people will start to relate to you. You'll be more relatable, but just be honest. Like, you got to start somewhere. You'll probably be awful on video. I was awful on video. 2,000 videos later, you begin to get a little better at it. And so it takes time, repetition, just like it being an insurance agent. You're not going to be the greatest insurance agent in the world day one. You're not going to be the greatest at marketing and videos day one. But a year down the road, you'll be happy you actually picked up the phone and got started. So I love that. That's a really cool question.
I think that's it.
That is it, man. Oh, 25 minutes. That's pretty good.
Tate has his ticket to 8% Nation.
Tate has his ticket to 8% Nation as well. I love it. We just released Michael Irvin. On Monday, right, guys? On Monday, Hall of Fame wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, a.k.a. Playmaker, Michael Irvin will be speaking at 8%. We got a special deal for you guys for Michael Irvin being a part of the event. GA is normally $500, VIP is normally $1,250, and it's like $288, right? It's dude, you thank Michael, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing this. He asked us to do that, I guess. 8percentnation.com to get your seat. Come hang out with us at the Statler 5-star hotel in Dallas, Texas. Grand ballroom. There'll be about 1,100 insurance agents there. in the room trying to become better at their craft, trying to be one of those 6 or 7 figure or 8 figure earners in the insurance business. It's all about learning the specific techniques, the specific training, the specific things that you need to know for you to be successful. And if you think that you can be more successful and that you have more potential, then this conference is for you. If you've maxed yourself out, then it's not for you. Don't attend. But if you think you've got a little more in the tank, you think you can go a little farther, you think you can be a little better, you think you can make a little more money, you think you can help a lot more people, then 8% Nation is exactly for you. If you or your company wants to be a sponsor or vendor or speaker at the event, let me know. Make sure they shoot an email to events@8percentnation.com to make sure that we talk to them about getting you involved. I want you guys there. Like, I want you at this event. I want to be hanging out with you. No matter what it takes, I'll get you there. Anything else? What would Michael IRVIN do, man?
One last question.
He would freaking be passionate, I know that.
What's the process for selling over the phone versus in person?
Yeah, it's most people think I can sell over the phone because it's just easier. Most people jump to the point too soon. Like, I don't even give quotes in the first 40 minutes of being on the phone. It's a relationship process. It's a value process. You've got to be good at relating to people. People have to feel like they can trust you. You've got to get to know them. Like, I love selling over the phone. I'm fairly good at it. And most people struggle with it. But it's you know what? I did too when I first started it. It took time. 100,000 calls later, you'll figure it out. So just start. Just try to be good at it. Just pick it up. Try it. When you fail, listen to your recording. Realize why you weren't any good at it, and then do it again. And then eventually you'll be great at it. You just will. It's just part of it. I love that though. I mean, dude, I mean, we've got a whole coaching program, don't we, Bailey, at CodyAskins.com called the Elite Package. It's like $97 a month, and it's all about telesales. We've got like 4 different coaching programs from $1,000 a month to only $37 a month. A lot of different stuff. Focus to help you guys. Most people don't even know about all the stuff that we have to offer. We're coming out with new stuff. We're revamping old stuff. I'm about to meet with Matt about 8% and sponsors and vendors and tickets. We're almost sold out of all 3 front rows. Premier front row, GA front row, and VIP front row. If you don't have your seat yet and you want to be front row in any section, you have to buy it this week. We always have a lot of fun with you guys, man. 29 minutes and counting, rocking and rolling. Be sure to be on the lookout for karaoke Thursdays with Matt and Bailey coming soon. And then dancing with Dylan and Duker next on next Tuesday. That's actually got a better ring than
That's got that alliteration in there.
That's right. That's got the alliteration rolling. I like it. You guys are amazing. Make sure you share this thing out. Let an insurance agent know about us. Make sure that they're aware that somebody does content daily to help insurance agents succeed. I want you to be a part of that 8% club that hangs out live on video every single Friday at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. About 92% of insurance agents fail. Yes, I said it right. About 92% of insurance agents fail. It sucks. It's horrible. It's way too big. And you and I, guess what? We're going to change that together. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the questions. Any other questions before we rock it out? Nope. All right. Thanks for watching. You guys have an incredible night. Awesome rest of your week. We'll see you Friday for 8% Club. Make sure you go get your ticket.